Namaskar. I'm Kumar RAKESH and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, GGN Talk, we are going to introduce a great personality of Sikkim, Leave, and just write, and for the new phenomena, new history of Sikkim with her entrepreneurship, with her all industrious work, and just trying to add some feathers in the development cap of Sikkim. She is Mrs. USHA Lama, eminent social activist, former bureaucrat, and CMD of Rumtek, Cottages and Resort, Sikkim. Welcome, Mrs. Usha Lama, in our GGN Talk program.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me here with you today. It's a great honor. Thank you.
You have been you have been the bureaucrat also. You have seen you have worked for the Scout Guides also. You are for the active in sports also. You have seen the society for the different corner also. And just congratulations for recently you have been awarded by the Sikkim Women Factor the best women leader. Just last 8 March 22 and last month. So you are also a member of the Sikkim Entrepreneurship Economic Development Sikkim Seed Cell, and also advisory board for Women Sikkim Women Factor. So congratulations for this new award for the growth for Sikkim and for the state. So my first question, as a woman, how you define the women in development, women in governance?
Women in Sikkim, in a developing state like Sikkim.
Little loud, please.
Can you repeat your question, please?
How just you define women in development and women in governance? Both experience
we are still in a emerging developing state, and the state has given so much of support to the womanhood in Sikkim, so they are just emerging, and they know their value. They are literate, they are acknowledged here in Sikkim, and they are the mothers. As a mother here in Sikkim, the gender equality has is so much so that female and males, they work shoulder to shoulder. In government sector also, I think there are a lot of women officers. They are doing tremendously well. The women leaders are there. They are doing tremendously well, and they are well respected.
So nice. And just as a teacher, you have been also teacher. How does see the society, education, teacher, and students?
The present government has given so much of support to the education system here. It is totally regularized, systematic, and they are recently the ad hoc teachers has been regularized, and very supportive government. And the children, after this pandemic, COVID pandemic, they were doing, of course, there's so much of upheaval was there, but it was brought under control. They were doing very well with the online teachings also, very regular, very systematic. And on the education front, I think this present government is doing very well, because they have opened up the infrastructure is going on for a government medical college. 50 seats has been reserved, MBBS seats has been reserved, and so on and so forth. And there are quite a lot of universities coming up. The pharmacy college, of course, it was from the previous government, but it has been inaugurated recently. The hotel management college is also doing very well. Okay.
And please carry on.
Mm. And on the education front, um, the so many initiatives are being taken by the government. The computers have been given, and the internet facilities to all the government institutions have been provided. All the communication facilities has been upgraded. The children have been there has been a lot of initiative by the government as such, and
Okay.
giving free food, free rations, the systematic teachings and the regular training of the teachers, etc. These are all going hand in hand. That is why even during this pandemic, though the system has collapsed for a time being, but it has been rejuvenated again. Now all the schools have been opened and they are doing tremendously well.
So in pandemic, just you have done a lot for society. So how just you connect with your society with your social work?
Okay. In the pandemic, of course, the distance has to be maintained. We really did that. But then we gave education on how to deal with COVID. That was very important. So regularly we introduced classes, long distance classes. There's online classes as to how do you sanitize your home, sanitize your person, keep distance, take care of oneself. And if in case you are COVID infected, how to take care of yourself. Though the government was good enough to support medically, and they really took care of each and every one by giving the basic necessary facilities to all the COVID patients. The hospital was beautifully regularized, systematically done. All the medical facilities were extended to each and every one, and though infected, they were taken care of, but uninfected people, they were told, they were taught how to take care of themselves.
So you are also part of the anti-smoking campaign in your state. You are a leader. You are the chief coordinator in 2010. So how just you lead the campaign of anti-smoking campaign?
Okay, anti-smoking campaign, because in a place like Sikkim it is cold, so usually people they tend to smoke a bit. And moreover, traditionally also in the olden days also, our grannies, I've seen my grannies, my grandparents, they liked smoking. Of course they don't use hookah as such, but they had this Bengali biri, wrapped up in paper, so like that. So from the very beginning they are used to smoking. They don't see that as something taboo. They think that it has come out with the generation. That is this is my personal expression. So but as the development thing took place, they had cigarette coming, biri, so many types of smoking things coming up, and it really did affect the people.
You
They
smoke or
had lot.
not?
I don't.
Okay,
Because
great.
I've seen my granny smoking and I've seen them coughing throughout the night, and then that used to really upset me. Then as a promoter of non-smoking campaign, we did lot of campaignings, we did lot of workouts also, workshops also, and then we actually taught them that smoking, it affects you yourself, not only you and the people who are inhaling the fumes, that smoke you exhale, and then you are contributing, you are spreading the disease among all the people, knowingly and unknowingly. Therefore, in
Yes.
Sikkim, smoking in the public places are totally banned, and we are very strictly adhered to this rule. And because of cancer, smoking cancer, throat cancer, a lot of things were going on. So the smoking related cancer had arisen, and for quite some time it was accelerating. That is why we really took care, we really worked hard on it, and to be very honest with you, we were successful. We were
So
successful.
nice. So you just did the great work for the society, and that should be. I never
Thank
smoke,
you.
so I just I praise your anti-smoking campaign. I think that, but in Sikkim, I have not seen so much person is smoking. I think so, but
It's
I have
banned in
seen so.
public areas, and now people have become very conscious of it because of all the cancer thing coming up. So I think it is the consciousness and the alert. Now the people have become very alert. So I think the rate of cancer, at least the throat cancer, because of tobacco, are coming down.
Great. So just a time of break, and just stay with us. After break, we'll just our talk will be continued. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stay
Thank you.
with us. Just a time of break. Welcome to break. We are talking with
Mhm.
Mrs. Usachi Lama from Sikkim, Gangtok, and she is a social activist. She is a social entrepreneur, former bureaucrat, and also CMD of the Rumtek Cottages and Resort. And now she is just doing a lot of things for the society selflessly in Sikkim state and other one. So just you have been Ushaji, you have been also Chief Operating Officer for the fifth edition of Northeast India Fashion Week, the Byangjan movement, Anytime 2019. So how just you did this, and why you just a part of this movement?
Okay, I was nominated from the northeastern side, and I was to lead the Sikkim as a state for Dibyanjan for the textiles. We were trying to, motivate the people that they are differently able people. You are not disabled. So whatever is your ability, you can just we have to encourage them. So then we were trying to uh, do a fashion parade, putting on the clothes made by them, or the people who are actually modeling, they were supposed to be differently abled people. But very unfortunately, this could not take place since the COVID pandemic just happened. But recently, again, we are trying to do. We did a bit on the online side also, but later on we will be, I hopefully later on we will be able to do so with much fanfare and physically too.
So nice, just for
We
the yeah.
actually were trying to
Please.
introduce people who were good with their own articrafts also, and there were a lot of surprisingly we found many artisans. They were very good with the handiwork. Those people, they could not hear or hear and talk also, but then they were so good with the hands. Even those people who were not good with the hands, they could spin, they could knit, they could stitch with their legs also. So that was a real treat to see. Very
So
privileged
just
to have met these people.
you have been also just appreciated and for the dedicated and selfless service for the visit of His Holiness Dalai Lama. So any such
So,
experiences with His Holiness Dalai Lama, any words, any interaction, any reminiscences?
thank you for having this question. His Holiness, of course, uh, is the Supreme Holiness. The only thing he learned was patience. Listen to other people. Do not judge other people. The people will have their own abilities, their own individual qualities. Respect that, and no negativism. Every problem will be there because there is a solution. Therefore, do not be
Right.
afraid to tackle the problem, to face the problem at hand, very with compassion, with love, and with understanding. Understand each other. Live in the present. Do not think of the future because it is not in our hand. And do not think about what happened yesterday because you cannot correct it. You cannot go back into time span and then recreate it. Whatever happens, it is never by chance. It is all, it has to happen. So it
He has
happened.
to
So
fix. Yeah,
no
it is
regret.
already fixed. Whatever is
Yes. So
going
no
on, that is already
regret.
fixed. So just
It was a great honor. It was a great honor. And all the state, all the people of Sikkim were so fascinated. And of course, it was a great honor to have met him, and it was a privilege for me to serve him.
so
I
nice.
was
You are so
blessed.
luckiest one just to serve you, and
Yes, I
also
think so. I think so.
come
Thank you
for
so much.
certificate for the for this service for the actually just a great saint of the world and Nobel laureate.
Yes.
His only is the Dalai Lama. And just you also work
Yes.
for the much scouts and guides. What is the role of scouts and guide now in our society in Sikkim? How just you did it? You represented the international, I think, conference in Malaysia also, and travel. So how just you see the role of scouts guides in our society?
A scouts and guide basically is to serve, is to understand each other, is to respect each other, and to know each other from the consciously, to know each other. So I went in Malaysia in the year maybe to 99 was there. It was quite
97,
a long time
1997.
back.
Yeah,
Yes, 1997 to be precise. I was too young then, but then it was a
still
great
you're young.
experience to
Still
meet.
you're young.
Yes, thank you so much. And it
Mm.
was to meet all the figures, international figures, and to the only thing I learned was, life is beautiful as you make it.
So
So
nice.
that
So
is
just
how.
now your role in the entrepreneurship, and you are just very successfully running the room tech, very nice area. As I went there last days, so cottages and resort, good location, good maintenance, eco-friendly, and so nice with a swimming pool and all, and then the smoking area. So I like it. So how just you after that any your future project is there as entrepreneurship as you are a member of Seed Sale, the advisory for Sikkim entrepreneurship and economic
Entrepreneur.
development Sikkim Sale.
Sir. Okay. I was, like you already were portrayed, that I was a former bureaucrat. And at the age of 58, you retire. And 58 is not too old enough to sit inside the house, or not too young to go galloping around.
Both
So
way.
the so then I really, I started this resort with a thought. The theme of the resort is nature, tranquility, silence. That is what Sikkim is all about: nature. With all its flora and fauna. So I wanted to depict the true Sikkim. It is non-smoking, eco-friendly, of course, and organic. And I started it after my retirement, and slowly it grew with all the support of my family, my children. They helped me out, and it grew bigger. And though we have got only 10 rooms, but we have supported by a swimming pool, a bonfire area, and a banquet hall is recently coming up, because we have already done 2 3 marriages. The I think it was a great success. We could accommodate at least 500 people at a time also, but they were coming and going. So instead of concrete construction, I have done cottages, and I have left quite a lot of open space, so the guests can bask in the morning sun and look at the beautiful scenic beauty of the Gangtok town in the yonder hills. And it is beautifully managed by all the staff. And we have an organic garden at the back of the cottage, so that we can really encourage the um, the local people for the organic thing. And Sikkim being the organic state, I think it is our duty to serve and our privilege to serve organic food to the customers that they when they are here.
So that's Sikkim is an organic state. So that's I think you are also part of the international expedition of West Sikkim and Kanchenjunga National Park. How was the experiences?
Uh, yes, that was a long, long time ago, though. As of now, when I think of it, it was a great experience because I led the BBC team to this Jongu. I led and they were very good at it. And that was the first time we walked 27 kilometers in a day, and we reached somehow. Um, though I'm from Sikkim and I know the nature, but then I could see the nature from so near, not only the flora and fauna, but the animals, the deers, and the birds, beautiful. The when you say the sound of silence, I could actually hear it and feel it. That was Sikkim in in a nutshell.
So that's sounds of silence. Just you, I think silence echoes wherever you're living. The land of the so many poems, so many creatures, so many creativity, and so many songs also. Just I think the slogan of Sikkim, where nature smiles.
Yes,
As you are
when
smiling,
nature
I think world,
smiles.
world and society should smile, and Sikkim is smiling, and world should smile. Our the global society where we are living should smile as you are just thinking and going on. So nice to you. A talk with the all topics and subject related to you, and just you are totally dedicated yourself for selflessly for the society. God bless you just for the more work for the society, for the women empowerment, for the economic development of your state, with just adding the mainstream with the country, India, that is a Bharat. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai
Thank
Bharat.
you so much, sir, for all the encouragement.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.